Hi, everybody.
Oh, right. Ladies and gentlemen, I am the Big Schwag. That is Felissa. What is your middle name?
Rose.
Rose. Felissa,
Hi. Nice to meet you.
We just call her Felissa Rose. Rose. She's got two last names. Middle name Rose, last name Rose. And, of course, the producer with the most, Producer Jason, over there with Frankie.
We love you.
Where's Frankie? Give the folks a little shot of Frank.
Oh, people do love Frank.
Oh my God, baby llamas.
And what is the name of our show, Felissa?
It's called the Killing Time Experience.
Yes, we're really excited about that. We've been kicking butt on it. We've been doing shows. We've been interviewing folks. We've had some great. Let's talk about some of the guests we've had on. Who have we had on so far?
We've had Dave Sheridan.
Dave was great.
We have had Doug Tate.
Doug is awesome.
Lou Temple.
We did so much footage with Lou Temple that producer Jason says we have to do 2 episodes. We had your friend on, the female, lovely lady.
Are we allowed to speak about future guests?
No.
Oh, they've already been on. You could,
Sadie.
You
Sadie,
could delete
Sadie.
that.
We're talking about Sadie.
Sadie Katz.
Sadie Katz is on.
One of my bestest girlfriends.
Yes.
John Abraham.
John Abrahams. We call him 2 Lincolns. Because it's not just Abraham, it's Abrahams. What a great guy. Got to learn a lot. You know, we've learned a lot about these folks we've had on. We've gone in deep. We talked a little nudity with her because...
A
lot of nudity.
I'd say we talked a lot of nudity.
You brought it up how women are viewed, especially in the horror genre on camera, and how it kind of from the 80s when you... We're doing movies.
No one wanted to see me naked.
When you were doing movies in the 80s. But they did see you semi-naked.
Well, I did have a full frontal moment.
I did full frontal. Well, before full frontal was a thing.
You think?
I'm pretty sure.
Wow. Is that so? That's interesting.
Well, I think so. I don't.
Probably, yeah.
There was there was nudity, but I don't think they ever showed the full frontal nudity.
Yeah. I mean, I give so much props to women like I'm Sharon Stone in Basic Instinct.
Oh, yes.
What a great moment. Powerful. That was powerful.
Yeah.
Or even Demi Moore in The Substance. Beautiful.
Oh, sure.
Art, you know.
It is art, but the way we view women in horror movies has definitely changed in 40
Hell
years.
Yeah, it has.
In 40 years, and it's become, as you say, more empowering for women. And they just don't. Back in the 80s, they would, there may be a lead or two, but the rest of the women, they were used for eye candy, right? I would think there's some of the
which I think is powerful as well because it's all how you use it.
Sure.
If you're there and you're making waves and people are talking about you and you're happy with it, it's all about your personal feelings. Yeah. Go for it.
But listen, I mean, in the 80s, I knew that if I went to see a horror movie...
I think you were going to say in the 80s if I wanted to be naked.
I was... No, I was...
Meaning you.
No, I was never going to be naked. Listen, I've had the opportunity where they say, we need you to take your shirt off. You're going to come in. You're this hillbilly without your shirt on. And I'm like, no, sir. I am not taking my shirt off. And they go, wait, well, you're getting paid. I said, I'm not taking my shirt off. It doesn't matter. I don't even take my shirt off at home. Yes, that doesn't happen.
Questions did come up in my brain.
I don't take the shirt off. Never.
No
in the shower, but the wife's not seeing the full flubber. No.
He's just in the shower with a shirt on.
Yeah.
In the airport.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So
did you keep your shirt on when you took a shower in the airport?
No, I did. No, that was at the Admirals Club. Thank you, American Airlines, for that. And no, of course I take it off.
Okay, I have a question. I want to go there. I want to go there with you.
Ahead.
Okay. So you are a very handsome man.
Thank you.
I do feel that it's important for self-love, right? We talk about I am worth it. I am worth it. So what is it that you... Because I want to talk about it. Obviously, like I have my insecurities.
Sure.
I have a lot of insecurities. What is that an insecurity that we can work towards overcoming and feeling like looking in the mirror naked and saying, I love my body. Like I was given this body to walk through this life and I'm good with it.
Yeah, but your body looks great. There's a big difference.
Doesn't.
There's a big difference for a guy. I have I don't have a normal fat guy's body, right? I have a pear-shaped body. So my body goes like this.
We're all shaped differently. No.
And then goes down. Yes, it does. So I have these giant love handles, which I try to hide. and a gut, and I don't feel comfortable showing them off. Not even to my wife. My wife's like, we've been together 13 years. I don't care if your belly's hanging out on the couch. And I said, I do. I'm covering it up. So yeah, it's an insecurity, 100%.
Is there a way to get through that?
Well, sure. Liposuction, $60,000 worth of surgery, or diet and exercise, which I'm trying to do. I do love going to the gym. I do love taking the time to go. I do love going to the gym.
That's great. I hear it.
To find the time, it's all about diet, right? If I could, I think a couple years ago,
It is about diet.
It is about diet,
and less about exercise. That's to tone. I
will
think,
agree.
Right?
I will agree. But you have
so.
to. So for me to be comfortable to take off the shirt. Now, look if it was a Blumhouse film and they said, hey, we want this big fat redneck to run through the thing, I would suck it up and I would go do it for double scale. I don't want to embarrass myself, my wife, my family members, my friends with the big old belly hanging around.
I just don't want to feel like when you say that word embarrassment, it makes me want to cry, because I do think that embracing, and it's because I'm working on it, so I'm trying to practice what I preach. Embracing the stuff that bothers us is really crucial to growth and sort of elevating. Does that make sense?
100%.
You know what I mean? Like, we all have these great insecurities, but I think if we can make peace with them and embrace them and say it's okay, we'll be better for
But
it.
I'm still not streaking. I'm not going to a Laker game and running around streaking on the court and getting arrested. It's not happening.
Would you get naked on film, Jason?
I don't give a fuck.
Would you be completely naked?
I don't give a fuck.
Oh, wow. Definitely not getting completely naked. I'd rather show the lower half than the top half. So there we go. Just in case Blumhouse or anybody out there wants to, speaking of getting naked, we just got...
in this one.
We just got back from a great show.
Were we naked?
No, we weren't naked. But
speaking of getting naked, remember that show we were at this weekend?
we did a brand new show, Milwaukee Horror Con. Excellent show.
Oh my gosh.
Now,
it was freaking incredible.
Hasn't been a horror science fiction related show in Milwaukee in 16 years. And we had a really good group of folks out there that put this thing on, and it was a success, huge success. Now, why I talk about getting naked is we met a guy named Joe Lamb, who's a director out of Vegas, who did a movie called The Fetus.
The Fetus, starring Bill Moseley and Lauren Rivera, two of our good friends.
Yeah, two of our good friends, and it was good. But there is, you're going to have to watch it, folks. If it's streaming now, take a look. If it's going to be in the theater soon, I don't know if it had a theatrical release yet. I should have asked Joe before we talked about it, but we'll get him on the show eventually. Really nice guy. But there's a fetus going mad crazy. It kind of reminded me of The Evil Dead meets It's Alive, which was a early 80s or late 70s horror movie about babies, and this fetus is going crazy, and this fetus...
Or maybe Rosemary's Baby.
Oh, Rosemary's Baby, yeah. So pretty good, and I was...
and Grace, another movie called Grace by Paul Soleil.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
Grace. Was always like
that's a good movie. Not in like a bad way. Forgot about it. I just
it's a great movie.
Like,
it's hard to remember.
There's so many movies.
So many incredible horror movies, but I love those. Those movies are captivating to me in terms of like, it's thrilling to watch that kind of a situation.
But baby horror kind of freaks me out.
Baby horror.
Baby horror.
Baby horror.
It's a new category, baby horror. And it was pretty good. So it's nice when you get to connect with folks, directors who probably such a nice guy.
CJ Vecchio, who runs the convention, is the promoter for Milwaukee HorrorCon, is also a director.
Yes, I was in a film with him. Yes, we did it. That's right. And we did a short film for him, and that's how I met him. And yeah, it's such a good show. Sometimes you run across promoters and guys and they asked a lot of questions. CJ, had never run a convention before, so for a year he was grilling me on questions and other folks, and we figured out what I said, what works, what doesn't work. And boy, it was
did
great.
Everything that worked.
Our boy Travis Kuhn. Was taking care of.
I love Travis.
Yeah, Travis is great.
He's one of the sweetest souls out there.
Yeah.
Like so thoughtful and so selfless.
Yeah.
He would do anything for anyone. So
So
this
big
show
success.
was a
Yeah.
huge success.
Huge success. Which we want to go back.
What was your favorite moment over the weekend?
I got to tell you, besides finding the red taco place that I did find some Jason. I found some good tacos.
I had tacos last night. Taco Tuesday.
Did you think about Brett?
I
didn't
did
call
not.
me.
I'm sorry.
You didn't call me, but
They were cold tacos, so they weren't very good.
I'm not a panel guy. I don't like doing panels. Right? I just don't like doing panels, but I will do them because of some, obviously, new con. Me and Doug Tate were in there doing a panel. It was packed. I have
Standing
never
room
been
only, yeah.
I had standing room only. We got in there. There was a kid that was dressed as Jason Voorhees.
You had
He
to
had to-
stand, or just people were standing?
We actually
I
did
had
have
to stand.
We did
Oh,
have to
God.
stand.
Yeah,
But
but-
I meant standing room only, like people couldn't find a seat, they were standing.
Yeah.
But we, as the actors, we stood too. I did one with Dave Sheridan.
How long? For how long?
Like an hour.
Okay.
You did an hour?
Well, we actually did like 40 minutes, and then I was in my final scene photo op outfit, but I had a robe over me, as I always do, because
So you
I
were
don't.
flashing the crowd?
Speaking of nudity, I don't flash.
Yeah.
It's an 18 and over photo op, and I
Sure.
do it privately. But I was wearing my robe, and I looked like a boxer, so I came in like I was heavyweight, ready to fight Dave Sheridan. But I had to go to my photo op right after I did my panel.
Yeah.
And I talked a lot about Killing Time Experience.
I watched it. There's
How did you
videos
see
there's
that?
videos of the panels, and one of the videos is you talking about me and Jason, and I'm real excited about Killing Time Experience. So Jason,
We got there Friday. It was 77 degrees. Sunday, snowstorm.
every day I would look out the window. Okay, Friday, nice and sunny, a little chilly, but fine. Saturday, a little chilly, but fine. Sunday,
Right, the
look out.
weatherman.
There's a snowstorm outside. Wasn't you?
Everybody was sending pictures to each other. I was like half awake, and I got so many photos and texts saying like, "Have you looked at the window?" I was like, "Hang on, let me check," because my ass, and I'm going to segue now.
Okay.
Stayed up Saturday night watching a documentary called Last Take. That not a good documentary to go to sleep on. It was about Rust, the
Yes.
film Rust with
Oh,
Alec
is that out?
Baldwin.
Or-
It's out.
Oh.
I watched it on, I think it's on Hulu.
It's
Oh,
on
I didn't even
Hulu.
know that. I wanted to see that.
And it was a devastating doc. And I'm the type of person who has to go to sleep with happy stuff in my brain, or else my dreams are
Can't
bad.
sleep. Yeah.
Yeah. And it was very, very sad and disheartening all the way around. I feel terribly for everybody.
I
Helena,
watched
the
it because
DP.
I watched it.
You watched it?
Yeah, well, you told me to watch it. So then I had to call the wife, get the password for Hulu, watch it on my phone.
And what did you think of it?
I will tell you this. When you take shortcuts on a film and you take shortcuts and you rush things along and you don't hire the right people, things are going to happen. And they definitely rushed things along and didn't hire the right people. And because of it, you have 2 people got shot, and the DP lost her life because of it. So for you folks that are about to go make a movie, or even established filmmakers, because that's, it wasn't like these were not established filmmakers or
Ooh,
producers.
Alec Baldwin.
You cannot rush things along, and you have to be careful. And there's checks and balances. And it seems that in this movie, because they're rushing, they don't have a lot of money, they're trying to get things done. They didn't go through their checks and balances, and live ammunition ended up on the set, which can never happen. And it did. And because
It
of
wasn't
that,
one bullet, though. It was
there were 6
six
bullets on that set that were live.
set.
So very tragic, unfortunate. And I remember after that happened, a lot of things changed, obviously. When we did in fact, when I did a movie with the CJ Vecchio, we had guns on the set, and we had to do triple, quadruple checks and
That is
everybody.
the one thing that I wondered about that they didn't show. When we're on set with guns, which I've always maintained, it doesn't matter. It's a movie. Like, let's just, and this is how low budget I am. Rubber guns. Rubber guns. In fact, I did a movie with Jimmy Duvall called Garlic and Gunpowder. We go through a safety call where the first AD comes around and shows the gun.
Yeah.
You're a filmmaker.
Yeah.
What do you have to say about that?
I mean, well, there's even with like any like prop, because I remember when I did my movie and like just a knife. Hey, there's a real knife on set. Like you have that meeting and show the entire crew, the entire cast, everyone that's present on set. So with guns, I'd never done anything with guns on a movie. A short I have, and it was just like me, but I'm just like, hey, there's a real. It wasn't a real gun. It was a real gun, but it was all like deaded out. So it's like you couldn't put anything in it or anything like that. Yeah, no. That's why, like, I've never had any interest of filming something with guns. I don't know, because it just creeps me out.
It's very sad. And,
Yeah.
we go through these cycles where we learn from The Crow, and now we're dealing with this movie, Rust.
Yeah, The Crow, yeah.
And it's devastating. And I just feel terribly for everyone involved and the friends and the family. And
It looks like the DP, the woman who got killed, her husband said, and her mom as well said, if you do not show what my daughter worked so hard on getting out, that would be the real tragedy. So they finished the movie. I don't know if I will watch it ever when it comes out, because I don't. We both have mixed feelings about that movie and what happened and whose fault it was and everything else. I think it's a combination of everybody's fault. I don't want to put a bummer on this thing, but yeah, if you get a chance, Hulu, it's a really thought-provoking documentary to watch, and you make up your own mind about it.
yes, please do. Last take.
Yes. Oof.
Woo!
But you
Got the
were
shivers.
pumped up over the weekend talking about it.
I know. I couldn't stop. We were at the con and I was like, I'm a doc fanatic.
Yes.
I watch like 2 docs a day. It's kind of like my schooling. I love to learn.
I don't know how you do it. You have no time.
I do when I don't sleep at night. Because
Yes.
I haven't been sleeping. But now, new segue, kiwis are the new way to help insomnia, says Jason.
It worked. I mean, I could quickly break it down like how I quickly broke it down to you guys. But so I did an experiment of having an edible and snacking, and then I slept like crap. And then that was the first night. Second night was having an edible, no snacking, and still kind of woke up throughout the night. And I have terrible sleeping, so this is why I'm trying this experiment. Third night, I did magnesium, snacked, and snacked is like, I don't know, like a piece of candy or something, like something like that. Ice cream, because I just love to snack. But so the third night was magnesium, a snack of some, and I slept better. And then fourth night was magnesium, no snack, and was pretty good, slept well, just about the same as the third night. However, last week I saw on Instagram that kiwis apparently are great for sleeping and you'll get a great night's sleep and all this stuff. So I was like, okay, new experiment. Past 2 nights, I've snacked both nights, had a kiwi, and I have slept like a baby. So
I wonder how much is the kiwi and how much is your brain buying into and believing, which is good.
My brain
manifesting.
runs.
This kiwi will make me sleep.
Oh, I
because
wish.
I'm buying kiwis today. Let's all buy kiwis together and let's go to bed.
My brain runs 1,000% from second I wake up to even just going to bed. Like, it's so hard for my brain to shut off. So yeah, the kiwi, I don't know. I don't know if it's like a placebo effect or something, but it's amazing.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I don't sleep well, so I'm going to get.
Okay,
what do you snack on though? What do you snack on?
Oh, it'll
said
be like
chocolate.
it could be like chocolate or ice
donuts?
cream, or we have donuts.
Oh, I know what we do.
This is
with
why
the
I can't
donuts.
sleep at night.
Yeah, we'll get our next guest to eat a whole bunch of donuts. Well, that's awesome. Listen, folks, Google kiwi and sleeping.
Chocolate.
She's eating chocolate that we got this weekend, over the weekend.
Let's continue to go deep and talk about our stuff. We're going to work through any insecurities we have. We're going to continue to have great experiences, and we want you to know how much we love you and appreciate you.
Thank you so much.
Super grateful, living in gratitude. Thank you.
I will get nude for you eventually.
And on that
Let's-
note,
on that note,
ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
I'm going to cut the episode right here.